Yeah, hello everybody. I'm Klaus and welcome again to 3 Minutes Only, my running online interview series. And today we are at session number 7. My guest today is a musician from UK, and in the meantime, he has been living in Portugal for a long time. He's the man on the guitar and was the founding member of a band called VENOM. He wrote in 1982 the legendary song Black Metal, but more on this later. Since 2015, he's a member, together with Tony Demolition Man, DOLAN and JERAMIE KLING, in a band named VENOM Incorporated. So please welcome Mr. Jeff MANTAS DUNN. Hi, Jeff. Nice to see you.
Good afternoon. Hope everyone is well. Good.
How are you doing? And first question, how is the weather in Portugal?
It is fucking hot. It is very, very, very fucking hot. For weeks and weeks now, we've had mid to high 30s into the low 40s. And, you know, when you see the locals walking around the village going, oh, molta calore, then you know you're in trouble. You know, I'm from Newcastle, the frozen north of England. And I've been over here 6 years, but you just don't get used to the heat. It has been quite oppressive. And it's been going on for weeks now. And of course, we do suffer from the forest fires as well. Today is a little bit overcast, but the humidity is ridiculously high. Hence, I am sweating like a pig.
Yeah, tomorrow we have tomorrow 35 or 36 degrees. Okay, it's summertime, but it's not funny. 36 degrees, no.
It's okay if you go on holiday for a week and you get a suntan, or you go home like, you know, if you're from Newcastle, you go home like a fucking lobster. Yeah. But, you know, when you're living in it or constantly, it's like, man, it tires you out as well. It's just like, you just want to sleep all the time, you know. But we soldier on because we are men and we are metal.
Jeff, 3 minutes only. We have not much time. So the first question, since when and why are you live in Portugal? The weather only?
No. Everything about it. The people, the food, the weather, the place itself, everything. Me and my wife used to come here on vacation, and we came constantly for 6, 7, 8 years, every year. And obviously we should go to the Algarve, tiny little fishing village called Olhos d'Água, and we just fell in love. But when we decided to come here, all kids grown up, grandkids are all sorted, everything's good. We decided to go. We said, go to real Portugal, not the tourist areas. So we're right in the center of Portugal. Our closest town is called Tomar. It is the Templar city, and we are the only English-speaking people in our village. There's a few English people dotted around in various villages, because that's what we are over here. Like
sorry, Jeff, can you speak Portuguese meanwhile, or it's difficult?
Eu falo português pouquinho. Para inglês and português é muito difícil. But we're getting there. I'm trying because I live here. I should speak the language. So, yeah, and it's weird because, you know, in the village, like I say, there's a lot of older people in this village, and you know, even they try to say English words to us. They'll say good morning to us, you know. So they must go on the internet and go, you know, bon dia. What is bon dia in English? You know, so they come and say good morning. So, you know, people do make the effort. So I think, you know, because we're here, we should. But I can get by in restaurants and traveling around, you know, train stations, airports, and all that kind of stuff. All the stuff that's essential that I need to do, I can get by on the language. But I would love to be able to hold a full-blown conversation. Okay. That would be nice, because there's some real characters in this village. There's some characters.
So, Jeff,
I'd like to know their stories.
Jeff, at the moment, you are very, very, very busy because it's so hard to get you via Facebook or Messenger. You told me the new album is in work. Can you tell us something about that?
Yep. Well, it's all getting done at my studio here. The studio is at the bottom of the garden. It's a 500-year-old barn. Tony has just sent all his bass files over, all the tracks. He's just tracked all the songs. Jeremy has done all the songs, and I've got stereo mixes of Jeremy's drums at the moment. Can't even speak. So I'm putting everything together, and going to be getting the separates of, you know, like snare, kick, overheads, toms and all. I'll get the separates pretty soon from Jeremy, so I can put all that in. We're just working out now how to get Tony across here, you know, if there's going to be an air bridge between the UK and Portugal, to get him here so he can do the vocals. So we're looking into the possibility of that. It'll all be mixed here, it'll all be mastered here, just as Arve was. And there are 24 songs written and recorded. Everything ready, written, recorded, arranged. And I think my preference for this album, and I think Tony's mentioned it as well, is that, you know, we finish all 24 songs, mix them, master them, full production, send them all to Nuclear Blast, go, there's the artwork, there's the album title, there's 24 songs, you choose the album. And the rest of it, because the rest of it can go towards another album or specials or whatever. This is something that I've never done before. I've always written all the songs and said, there you go, bum, 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 work out the running order, and then it's submitted to the record label. I've never actually had someone else choose an album. And I thought, well, you know, it's Nuclear Blast. They know what they're doing. So let's them choose. If they go, wow, that song, wow, that song, wow, that song, then let's just go with their choice. You know,
so
because
Jeff,
the last thing.
Jeff, you are the master of the sound, right? You're mixing and doing all this sound stuff for the album.
Yeah. I do the mixing, I do the mastering. When we did Arve, I had a very good friend of mine from Germany, from Heidelberg, called Kalle Knecht, who came over. He's an amazing sound guy. I've learned so much from him in the studio. I've worked a lot with him in the studio. I actually met him when I did the Scooter tour, and he was Scooter's out front sound man. And he's been with Scooter now for about 20 years. He's their main man now. And you know, I'd never met the guy before. I just turned up to the rehearsals this day in Hamburg, and there's this guy behind the mixing desk, introduced himself, I introduced myself, and we've been great friends ever since. As I say, he's incredible in the studio, and I've learned so much about studio technique and everything from him. So he was a great help, and I think he will be a big help on this next album as well. He's always there at the end of the phone. If it wasn't for this pandemic, he would be coming across as well. Okay. But we just do. I spoke to him last night, actually, and he said that Germany's starting to spike a little bit again, or at least in his area it is. So, you know, I think it's happening all over the place. But we've just got to keep an eye on it so we can get Tony across. But yeah, okay. I'm pleased with what we've got at the moment. It's sounding good. It's sounding really good.
Okay, Jeff, time is nearly gone. So my last question is, I got a hint yesterday from a guy you might know. And he said to me, Klaus, you have to ask Jeff that question. So here we are. The question is, attention, how and where did you write the song Black Metal? How and where?
On the toilet, taking a shit.
You know the guy, it was Tony yesterday. He said to me, Klaus, you have to ask Jeff that question.
That is, I'll tell you, you know, a lot of people have said to me, you know, when I first told that story, a lot of people were going, no, and it is absolutely true. There was just one day, you know, everybody takes a magazine into the toilet, especially the men. Oh, come on, we like to sit there and take our time, right? You know, it's a morning ritual, you know, for some blokes. And so, you know, there's a newspaper or there's a magazine or whatever. But one day I went in with the guitar, right, sat down, and those first few riffs, they came out. So finished the ablutions, went straight into the next room. And all I had was, at that point, all I had was my dad's cassette recorder. If you're from the 70s and early 80s, you remember the play record with the little microphone, yeah? So I recorded just the guitar. I didn't have an amp or anything there. And I think within 10, 15 minutes, that whole song was finished. You know, and the majority of the lyrics were written. Myself and Kronos finished the lyrics off together. But it just shows you that something that comes together so quick has become so iconic. Who would have thought?
Okay.
You know, you never think. You never think of that. But
Okay.
but it's a true story. True story.
Okay, Jeff, thank you so much for your time. I wish you and Anita all the best. Stay healthy, stay safe, and hope to see you together with Tony, with Jeremy, as soon as possible in Germany at any festival or concert anywhere. And yeah, thanks again for your time, and I wish you and Anita a great Thursday.
Oh, thank you. Same back, Klaus. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Absolute pleasure, my friend. Anytime. Good fun.